Good morning, Facebook. This is Sylvia Randolph coming to you again. Coming to you with some updates, excuse my tongue tiedness, some brief updates. One of the updates is this. Looking at the reporting system, one of the measures that we could look at in terms of being able to address long-term benefits and effects of foster care youth aging out of the system, putting and implementing in place a system that will not only take in whether or not they've been abused or neglected, but this system would have their information in this system, and it would consist of their age, birth date, current address, and of course, but what the system will do, it will automatically, excuse the tongue tightness again, it will automatically update itself according to the child's birthday. Every 3 years, the system will then do a check on that child. Has the child been moved? Where the child is? That kind of thing. The other component to the reporting system deals with the matter of the reimbursements to the states. I looked up some information, not quite sure yet how this fits into place, but right now, in my case scenario, I can't speak for all case scenarios, but it may be the factor. The states are reimbursed according to the findings of neglect and abuse. So the state has to put in the reporting system, child has been neglected or abused. However, the court system may not say neglect or abuse. The court system may just say, well, this mother has social problems. For example, she doesn't have a job, she's living in a shelter, and we want to make sure that she's okay. So that's the court's standing on it. But the Department of Social Services may go back to their reporting system, and they may implement into their system, because of the nature of having to get the reimbursement for that child, even being in the system, will put in their neglect. Neglect on what grounds? They may leave it open, very vague. It won't have anything concrete. So when it, it won't have anything concrete. And so for that purpose, it will go into the larger system, and it'll then become a matter of reimbursement. However, the courts have not said that there was a matter of neglect based on the purpose of reimbursement. So they may say neglect because of this, but then the courts are like, okay, well, maybe it's neglectful with not having a house or not having a job, but that's not neglect. That's a socioeconomic status, which in some states has been deemed specifically legislatively sound. However, across the board and overall, there is the case of factor from the larger scheme of things, constitutionally, as well as constitutionally, and there are some other things that goes in there, but right now those are two areas that I'm looking at. Those two areas of funding and the matter of the reporting system, and then how can we better service these young people. And then the other thing was having a nationwide citizens review board. Excuse the tongue tightness again. Well, this morning is one of those mornings. It's raining outside. It's a beautiful day even though it's raining, but I'm just having a little bit going on. So back to my discussion, I was talking and saying that the other thing is having a nationwide factor or system at hand that says, this is what we can do for this is what we can do for that. Uniformity across the board. Uniformity that says, here's where we stand. And this is the operation that has to occur. But if we don't have those street level bureaucrats, in every state, going into these Department of Social Services, that's what that Citizen Review Board on the federal level can be. It can act as the policing or the oversight for, not for just the system, but also for the youth, but most of all, making sure that the youth are being serviced because the system is doing its work properly. So a nationwide review board, and then also having in place for the purpose of reporting reporting system that will automatically update a child in the system. Thirdly, making sure that the reimbursement process is not just that of the recommendations of the Department of Social Services, but it is also coming from the court system, meaning that the court system will have to update itself by placing the rulings of the courts during the permanency hearing, pushing that into place and say, we can't just refund you or reimburse you because the department says the child has been neglected. We have to have the court's ruling saying what was the problem. If the court says social issues, that's not neglect. But if the Department of Social Services says neglect based on the social issues, that's not sound because of constitutional reasons. So the constitutionality of it not being sound is because the place in which the Department of Social Services and the judicial system do not have a working relationship that corresponds or correlates with the reporting on the national level that would not impede upon a person's civil rights. So, on that note, I will say thank you. Have a wonderful day. I will continue to update the people. I'm doing my work as fast as I can. Definitely going to be trying to get a lot of this in place. Have a wonderful day. Smile. It's raining, but it's a beautiful day outside. Thank you.